Hey guys, thanks for tuning on in to today's video. This is a part of my hits and misses series. Since we're halfway through the year, I want to give you guys a quick snapshot of what my collection currently looks like, call out some products I really enjoy, call out some products that didn't work so well, and today we are focused on foundations. So if you're interested in learning about the things that I liked and didn't like so far into the year, then keep on watching. Alright you guys, I've got a lot of stuff to go over. If you're new, thank you for tuning on in. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you're not new, hey, what's up, what's good? You know I appreciate the support. Thank you for coming on back. I think I have an exciting video for you all today. Comment down below if you love these videos though, as well as we're going through them, if you agree with me on some stuff, if you disagree with me on some stuff, if you have some different products to throw into the mix, put that good information all down below. Let's go ahead and jump on in. I like to keep these videos short. So we're gonna start with the ones that I liked the most. I don't want to do the ones I disliked first, but in any case, this is the Sephora 10-Hour Foundation in the shade Deep 55. This is what it looks like. I've been using this non-stop for filming, for work, for going out and doing things. I love this foundation. When I was in Sephora, I was actually looking for a luxury foundation, and in general that usually never goes well to find any foundation in Sephora, honestly. So anytime I get color matched, anytime we waste our time doing swatches on my skin, I have golden undertones, but my skin can also get very red, and then it's also very neutral. So I'm usually in between shades in most lines, and I'm not in love with a formula or brand so much that I'm willing to pick up 2 foundations in one day when I could spend those coins on other things. So like, it was a lost cause. We had gone through all of the possible matches. I did find one that I might pick up, maybe. But as I was leaving, I asked somebody about this line, and she said she loved it. The consultant that was helping me, she's used it to cover tattoos. She's worn it at like concerts and stuff, and she was just obsessed with it. So we were able to find my perfect shade, and I really haven't put this down since then, which says something. If you go on my Insta, this little mama is all up and down my timeline. So I highly recommend this if you can find your shade. It's a great formula. Next, we have a new kind of sort of favorite. This is the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid Foundation in the shade Golden Deep. You do have to shake it up when you use it. I will say you get a lot, but the packaging is kind of small, so if dainty things make you upset, like this is kind of teensy, but a little does go a long way. I have a review, like a one brand tutorial, get ready with me. I'll link that here. This is the first time I tried out Milk products. When I first tried it, the foundation felt very gritty on my skin, but that feeling only lasted the 30-45 minutes, and then it wore fine throughout the day. I've enjoyed wearing it ever since. The color match on this though is insane, which is why I really like it. It just really matches my skin tone, which, like I said, is a struggle. So I would recommend this if you're interested in trying Milk. Definitely check out their foundation. Also check out that video as well, because they do make a ton of other really neat products that were surprising. Next, we have the BareMinerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream with SPF 50 in it. This is in the shade Chestnut. That's what it looks like. So I love this on days where I'm not trying to wear a lot of makeup, but I still want some coverage. It's just very rich and very warm. So this shade doesn't necessarily match me the best for summer, but as we're going into fall, winter, I just really like this. I know BareMinerals has recently released a new foundation. I'm not sure how it stacks up to this. This is more of a like tinted moisturizer almost, but it does give you pretty solid coverage. So I have a tinted moisturizer that didn't work out so well, so I definitely want to mention this. It's pretty awesome. I really enjoyed it. Comment down below if you love this as well. So next, I have got 2 drugstore picks. I will talk about them more or less simultaneously because that's kind of how I feel about them, if I'm being perfectly honest. This Maybelline Dream Cushion. So drugstore foundations are really hit or miss for me. This Maybelline Dream Cushion is my all-time favorite for cushion foundations. This is a great go-to for just healthy looking skin. The shade range isn't necessarily the best, but it feels really comfortable on the skin, and I can kind of get away with this. I might pick up the darker shade. This is the second to darkest shade. This is in the shade Tawny. This is in the shade 60 Cocoa. So I've used both of these together. I've used them separately. This is more of a summer winter shade for me. This is a little bit dark out the pan. So It's definitely darker, so I appreciate that they have a nice selection, a nice shade range for this. They could definitely make darker shades in this, but this is not the darkest if that's what you're concerned about. But looks pretty yellow. A little goes a long way. I can't necessarily say that some of the vitamins that are in here did anything for my skin. It definitely didn't break me out, and I do have sensitive skin, so that's something to keep in mind when companies start, you know, adding a whole bunch of stuff in there. If it's gonna break you out, if it's not, I did okay with this little lady right here. So if you're interested in trying the Coveergirl Vitalast Healthy Elixir or the Maybelline Dream Cushion, I say pick them up. If you have not had good luck with them though, comment down below and share that info with the rest of us. Maybe steer some people away if it sounds like it won't work for them. And lastly, I think, so I'm gonna put this in its own category, and I'm so sorry, it's like super gross. This is the Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous. I love this color. I love this formula. I love this foundation. It's like a drugstore ride or die for me. Now the color is a little too dark, so I do have to do some manipulation with using other shades and like concealing a certain way and highlighting a certain way just to make sure I don't look super contrasted, but it's just a really nice foundation. It says it's a natural glow foundation. It really is. I'm not super into like looking very luminous because I sweat and get gross pretty easily, so my body naturally does it on its own. I don't need my foundation doing it as well, but on days where I don't want something completely matte, this is cool. I don't think it necessarily has the, you know, longest wear time, so if you're gonna be out and about like doing a whole bunch of stuff, maybe steer clear of it, but I do really enjoy this formula, and this is in the shade Soft Sable. So another foundation I really enjoy that is just nice and just goodness for the skin, it is the Body Shop Fresh Nude Foundation Caribbean Mahogany in the shade 75. This is just a really nice formula. I was out with a friend and she was looking at makeup, and of course I was like, oh wait, I need some too. But she tried on the foundation in her shade and she just looked so pretty, and I was like, wait, no, I have to have that. Like, I can't leave this store without that. So I ended up picking up my shade as well, and I love wearing this on, like, I'm just out and about, if I'm going to work. It is, I think it's water-based, but it's just really nice and pretty, and you can get some solid coverage with this, so don't be fooled. But if you're looking for something that's more of like marketed as more of a natural alternative, maybe try this. It's a 24-hour fresh moisture. It's hydrating. I wouldn't go 24 hours, and it's dermatologically tested, suitable for sensitive skin. So if you've got sensitive skin, maybe check this little mama out. I do recommend it. I enjoy this foundation quite a bit. Alright, you guys, those were all the foundations that I liked. I have just as many that I don't like for a wide variety of reasons. Let's go ahead and talk about those. Okay, so this is the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Walnut. This just doesn't do a lot. Even if it's a tinted moisturizer, it's for the money that it costs, I just wasn't super in love with it. The shade doesn't necessarily match me all that well. It is oil free, which is nice, but it's just so lightweight in coverage, and it also has SPF 20, which the more SPF, the more likely it is going to oxidize and look kind of so like SPF 15 is generally looks probably a little bit better. Something with SPF 15 probably won't oxidize as horrendously as something with SPF 20, is what I have found when I try these different types of products. I could be completely wrong. I'm not a scientist, not a sunscreen expert, but that's just what I have found, that the lower the SPF, the less it's going to oxidize super crazy. So this is really, really skippable to me. I don't reach for it anymore. This is probably the second one that I have of this, and it's pretty much full. So kind of wasted some money, if I'm being honest, on this one. But, you know, try it if you like, is what I would say for that one. So next up, this is going to seem somewhat hypocritical, but I'm not really a huge fan of the MAC Studio Fix SPF 15 shade NC55 foundation that I recently just purchased. Also have a video on that as well. I got this for filming and it looks okay on camera. It's not, even with like 2 layers of it, because I have on 2 layers now, it's not quite doing what I want it to do. it looks fine. It's okay. It's just one of those things where like I look at it, I'm not happy. Like in real life, it looks fine, but on camera, it's okay. I'm still hunting for a good foundation, but this color match is probably the best I can do, given that when I am filming, I do wear more makeup. If I build up a shade that's way too light, it's gonna look crazy. If there's one that's way too dark, it's gonna look crazy. So I can kind of manipulate this to get it how I want. I do have those ColourPop concealers on, so this isn't exactly what it looks like, but I just feel like I feel like I look a little ghostly right now. That's not the vibe I'm trying to put out here in these streets when I film. So it's more just so the color range, it's not my favorite. It's not as full coverage as I thought it would be either, but the price isn't the worst, so it's like a mixed feelings one. So I have two stick foundations that have the same issue, so I'm going to kind of talk about them together. One is a Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free and Balance, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills stick foundation. I have the shade Truffle. I also have the shade Chestnut. Real quick on the Anastasia ones, and similar to the Maybelline, just the colors don't match me, and these are the best colors I could find. So these have really weird undertones, Anastasia. They just don't work for me. I know a lot of people prefer to use these for contour and highlight. They don't actually like to use them as foundations, so that kind of says that maybe something is a little off with the formula. But both of these kind of act in the same way. They enlarge my pores. They just don't sit well on the skin. They feel very gummy at the end of the day. I do not like these products. Now, just because I like something or I don't like something doesn't mean that it can or won't work for you. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. If you've watched a few of my videos, you know how I like to review things. So hopefully I'm not saying anything super crazy or super shocking. But I would seriously love to hear if you guys disagree with me on some of these foundations. I just love that kind of stuff. So these perform in the same way. If you don't like one or the other, you probably won't like, you know, the complement of that. So I won't be purchasing these again. And I have another shade in this too, and neither one of them match me. So lastly, on the things that Ansley does not like list is the Revlon Color Stay 2-in-1. I have two of these. I haven't used them in a while just because I'm not particularly fond of them. They're kind of expensive for drugstore foundations, and they just look really dead on my skin. And the colors don't match me, and they feel kind of oily and greasy on my skin. That's what they look like. They just look so shiny. Ugh. Save your coins. Save your coins. That's all I'll say about those. Save your coins. Now, if you love it, then that's cool. But just as a general recommendation, nah. No. Alright guys, that brings me to the end of this video. I am of course happy to do specific wear tests for any of these products, so comment down below if I don't already have a video on them. I did throughout the video link the ones that I did have reviews already for, so I am always happy to do a separate dedicated video for any of these products because I love doing product reviews. If you are new to my channel, you might not know that. I've got dozens and dozens of product reviews, so check some of those out. I just love doing them. So if there's a foundation you want me to do more of a wear test on so you can see how it looks, just let me know. I'm happy to do it. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap out the video. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below on how you feel about some of the things I mentioned, didn't mention. Holla at me. I would love to hear from you. So if you enjoy my videos and you've seen a few of them and you still haven't subscribed yet, it's okay. I'm just waiting. I'm just hanging out. But subscribe if you would like to, as well as turn on the notifications bell. And that's it. I'm out. Today is a wrap. Like I said, if you want to see this look in action, check out that video. If I can link the card again, if not, the link is down below. All the product information will be listed as well. Alright guys, take care. I will see you guys later. Bye.